Ahoy! It is time to do a thing I do not want to do. Cut the bottom off my mast. I have not been looking forward to it for 2 weeks. I kept putting it off because I really didn't want to put a hacksaw through the mast. Yeah, but I had to do it. It's got to be done. So yeah, in this video we're gonna chop the bottom off my mast, which I can't replace if I cock it up, and we're gonna design a couple of little pieces for it, including a new mast step or mast foot. Yeah, and use 3D CAD software that I don't know how to use, so I just watch YouTube videos and try to learn. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting, isn't it? Let's go have a look then. So, if you're wondering why I'm cutting the mast off, this is why. You can see that the mast foot and the base around it is all terribly corroded. So I'm basically going to cut it off where I think it needs to be, which is where that line is. That's probably where the corrosion is. It's super important to get it very straight. So this straight edge at the bottom here, I'm going to put a piece of paper in it, A4, into that groove and wrap it round, and in theory, like this, that should give me a straight edge from that straight edge around the mast with some little tape and little bits and pieces, and hopefully that's good enough. Yeah, so nothing else to it. Let's cut my mast off. Yeah, as you saw in the last bit, I wandered slightly, but I managed to correct it, and that is that. It was almost perfectly straight. You can probably see that one side of the inner thing is slightly scuffed by the blade, but yeah, it does actually have a plug hole in, but the hole is plugged, so yeah, that was an issue. Back inside. All right, I'm back on the boat. I'll show you the bit in a minute. Basically what I've done is photocopy it and scan that and email it to myself. So that should give me the profile. I've now imported that into Fusion, which you can see here, hopefully. So what I need to do now is take some measurements and scale that correctly. And then once it's scaled, I can trace around it, that picture, and that will get me the correct profile. And then I can start extruding bits and pieces. I've just spoke to Matt, who's very, very good with this sort of stuff. And I'm going up to his boat on Wednesday. Today is Monday. He's very kindly offered to 3D print me something. So what I'm going to do is quickly knock up the profile of the bit that will go inside the mast, and I'm going to create it stepped with 0.2mm differences, starting at the narrowest bit and out the same profile, 5mm tall, maybe 4 0.2mm differences, and that way I can get that piece and I can insert it into the bottom of the mast. And if the first one's too small, it will just go in. If the second one's too small, it will just go in. If the third one's the right size, it will go in, and the fourth one won't, if you know what I mean. It'll probably be able to show you better when I actually do it. It makes sense in my bonds, but I'm not an engineer. I'll probably send it to Matt. I'll be like, why are you doing this, you clown? But yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to do that. There's no point me going through the process on Fusion with you, because I'll show you bits of it, but I've basically never really used it before, just playing around on bits and pieces. So it's not going to be any kind of instructional video, but I'm just going to be watching YouTube videos and learning how to do it as I go along, and hopefully in the next few hours I'll have that first piece made, and then I can go on and create the full extrusion. So here's the piece that I have cut off, and what I want to do is get an accurate representation of this profile, so I can create a plug that will go in it, a step that it can sit on, and a wider bit that the doubler can sit on, and then I'll design the actual step down here. So I've imported that picture into Fusion, just roughly lined it up. What I'm going to do is now scale it, so I will measure the actual part between two known points, and then draw that on here, two known points, and scale it correctly, and this should be right. And that little bit that I make, I'll show you once I've made it, or maybe record a little bit of making it. But once I've made that, I can use that to verify exactly which profile is going to fit in perfectly. Once I do, I will use that measurement to then create the rest of it all perfectly the right size first time, and it'll be amazing. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just going to do some work. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. So as you saw, I've made the steppy thing. So basically, yeah, Matt's going to 3D print that, and then I can just put it in, see which profile fits the best and which is snuggest. If it falls in between a profile, then I'll just half it and done. What I'm expecting to do is get the part machined once I've designed it all, and then probably having to just file it a little bit and, you know, get it properly snug. Once all that's done, I'll get it anodized and stuff. But yeah, you probably won't see this video for another few weeks, because I want to get all this designed and maybe even made before you see this video. So next step is I've sent it to Matt. He's going to print it. I'm going to collect that in a few days, and then we'll go on from there in a little while. Oh, that took me about half an hour or so, which I've probably done it very inefficiently. For anybody that's watching, they're probably clawing the brains out, but yeah, that's the only way I know how to do it, because I watch some videos and stuff. So yeah, right, onwards. All right, a thing did happen. I've just finished work. It's windy. Look at this bad boy. Matt printed it out for me. So this is 0.5mm steps with hopefully the correct profile of the doodad. And it's about time I stuck this in the bottom of the mast to see if I've done it right. So in theory, right, so that we've got one step left out of it. The fit seems good enough to me. Yeah, I can just about get the top in, but not the bottom. Oh, I can actually force it all in. Yeah. Alright, so, excuse the terrible picture quality. This is what I have come up with for the mast step. Now, it's not perfect. I'm going to send this away to people who can do things better than I can. I'm not showing the full process of going through and making it and all the rest of it, because I have literally just looked at YouTube videos, so you're not going to learn anything from me. But yeah, it's probably about an hour and a half's work, something like that, because I did two separate things and all the rest of it. But yeah, effectively, let me find the old one. this is the view you're currently looking at on the screen. If I rotate down, that is what you're seeing, like that. You'll see at the back here, there's a hole in it because I have done a thing. Why does it always go all weird? Oh. Yeah, so here's the back. I'll put this down because it's heavy. You'll see that there's a hole in the back of it, and that links up with a well that I have created inside here. So any water or anything like that can come down here, out the back, and it's not going to sit with water in it anymore and cause corrosion. Yeah. I'll probably stick a hose in this and lead it away from the base. I was going to do all fancy things and make a hose barb and all sorts of stuff, but it's too complex, and I've also got to think ahead of tooling paths. I don't know much about them, but I know some of the stuff I was going to do would have been very difficult for tooling. Same sort of thing. I've left this half hole. Can you have half a hole, or is a hole always a hole? Down the centre, so that any water that comes down forward of the mast step can run aft through the channel into the bilge. Yeah, so this distance between this plane and this bottom is basically the distance between the original bottom here and this plus 2mm for the hacksaw blade. So what that's doing is building this back up so that when the mast sits on the thinner bit on top, it will have made up the distance. So the total distance of the total height of where the mast is going to sit is basically this distance here, which is about 100 and something mil. I don't know, I measured it. I can't remember where it is. In terms of the profile, you can probably see that I photocopied it and traced around it. You can see how it fits in with the other thing. You saw that I made the plastic doohickey, which I put in here, and it turns out I could actually afford to go a millimetre larger on the thing, so I've actually increased the size of it by 1mm. I think it was a millimetre, or was it half a millimetre? Maybe I'll take it back down to half a millimetre. But yeah, effectively, this is where we're up to. All I need to do now is send it to people who know how to do things and tidy it up a little bit. I am quite proud of my chamfers though, and fillets and all the rest of it. You know, something's worth doing. It's worth doing right. I'm really bad at the controls of this Fusion thing, but yeah. So effectively, this is the doohickey. Yeah, I'm going to get this made, but I think for the purposes of this video, this is as far as we'll go, because I don't know how long it's going to take to get it made, but yeah, that is how she'll sit in the boat. One other thing to mention is that this profile here is actually double the thickness of the mast, so that when the mast sits on top of it, it will come to half here, and then I'm going to put doublers on the base of the mast to make it stronger, which will bring it back out to this outside edge, so it should sit pretty much flush. I mean, we're not going for perfection here, but important to note that that is double the width. Or will it be now that I've increased the size of the other doohickey? I need to measure all this again, but this is the basic thing. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for tuning into this video. I'm hoping to send this off and get some quotes and get it made, see what happens. Like 60, 61 or 50, 80 something aluminium, structural marine aluminium. I dread to think how much it's going to cost, but it needs doing. So yeah, that's that for this week, and peace out. Feel free to tell me in the comments how bad of a job that I did. It'll be fine. We'll see you later.